Hello and welcome to episode 24 of our Timberborn update for modded playthrough with the Folktales faction here in cycle 40, day 1, the very beginning of a new cycle. Last time, we focused most of our efforts on building train infrastructure and making a couple of small improvements, and we're going to continue that today, along with a couple other fixes and at least one completely new build, trying to get Iron Islands here improved just a little bit. But to recap real quick, we now have almost, I would say, about half of the loop complete as far as our train's concerned. First train, at least. We have this whole bridge here is now done and just needs to actually have the track laid, which we can go ahead and start doing right from the middle. And I did have somebody say, hey, you should make a crossing track so the beavers can continue to, use all of these trees for collecting pine resin. So we're going to replace that real quick. And also up here, this path right here needs to become a crossing track so that our beavers can actually access these train stations. So that is where we're at now. We have a pretty good amount of this all complete, ready to go, with the exception of this spot right here. So we'll go ahead and start adding those in. Now, when we get up here into District 4, we still have to build the station structure, and we've got a couple other things to do, as well as figuring out exactly how this is going to get back this way. I'm honestly kind of partial to the idea of just having it be completely suspended above these tracks on a series of bridges, either these big metal ones, or we could employ, where are they? Right here. These little truss pieces, these archways. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet, but we'll get to that at some point. Now, one other thing we do have to do is we have to blast this down before we do too much more. So we'll go ahead and start that process by placing in a good bit of dynamite. So I think I can get away with getting rid of all of those. There we go. So that's going to be kind of an ongoing project. Might take a while. And of course, our beloved District 4, which has not currently been named. I guess we should just go ahead and name it. We've been running a poll for a couple days, and it's been neck and neck with a lot of tight, hotly contested voting between different things. But the final results, based on your votes, Cascadia has won. That was our dear friend Kurt submitting that one. I'll try to remember to put the actual screenshot of the results on the screen here. But just barely edging out a very, very good suggestion from our friend Rick called Pompeii, a reference to the ancient city of Pompeii, which was buried in a volcanic eruption. Followed closely by Beaver Falls from SkrymerU, and then at Twin Falls Industrial Complex from Saiyan Prince at 989. All of these earning between 21 and 24% of the vote. So congrats to all of you for having some good name suggestions. But yes, Cascadia has one, so that is what we're going to rename this. That is now our 4th district. So that is what this will be known as, and as we continue to build this out, hopefully we can kind of hold ourselves to the visual idea that this represents, with the different things cascading down a hillside. We'll see what happens. It's going to take a long time for us to build this out. I told you it was going to take forever, but we will get there eventually. They've got plenty of building still to do over here, and plenty of detonation still to do over here. So while they're doing that, we have this little island right here, and I was kind of struggling with what to actually put here. And somebody suggested, why don't you make it just a private island for ostensibly someone wealthy to just go chill at all day long? So why don't we go ahead and do that? We'll put in a platform bridge right the way across like this. And I think I want to use these suspension bridges. I think that looks a little bit nicer. We'll just put the 3x's right here. Those don't have any metal on them, so it's going to be like a, I don't know, a little bit of a more casual feel to that. So we'll leave that like that, and then we have all this space to play with. We can put in some housing, which we desperately need. over here in the Iron Islands district. Well, maybe not desperately, but we do need it. We only have 5 unemployed beavers right now, and we're probably going to have some more jobs open up here pretty soon anyway, especially once the train station gets completely constructed. Likely going to be on this island here, depending on how we end up going through stuff. I think that would look interesting if we have this come down maybe this way and then shoot off over here. Not entirely sure. We got some options. But I do know that we need to have preparation for some more jobs. So let's just check and see. Yes, they have been constructing these, so we will place that. Because we're going to have to just come back and check this all the time. But while that is going on, we'll come over here and we need to decide exactly where we want our housing to go. And I could put in a triple lodge. Probably would be a pretty good choice, actually, given the size of this island. We could do a triple lodge, or we could do a double lodge or a pair of double lodges. But I like the idea of the triple lodge if we bury it one level down, because then I can put these cool roof designs on top of it, make it look like an actual, like a rich people house. So I think that's what we'll do. Or I guess rich beaver house. If I just do 2x3 space like this, bury part of the house down in there, and then I think we might want to have a nice pool area with the Lido. Might look kind of cool. There we go. Yeah, so that's the size we have to have for that, coming right out of the doorway to the house. So if we were to do that, we'd have to detonate these 8 that I can't indicate, or else the thing's gonna flip out on me. But I believe those, and then say this one right here, I will also make into a part of a hole, so I can put in a what do you call it over here? I know, real scientific term. The water dump. Well, actually, if I'm doing that, then I should probably. Okay, no, that's fine to put that there. So that is what we'll stick there. We'll wait for them to take care of all that. We can go ahead and start putting in some nice brick pavers. Real high-class stuff right there. This will connect to the entrance to the Lido. Coming right off of here, we'll leave a little bit of space. Just like that, we could have its own private torii gate, which I think we want to do the treated one. Looks pretty snazzy just right like this. Nice little decorations here, and of course have some lanterns that we're going to want to place around our Lido. I think I could just probably go ahead and stick these in like so, and they'll hang nicely over the little pool area. Of course, they still have to build all of the bridges and everything, and that's going to take a little bit of time. So we'll go ahead and hit that turbo button and get things going here with that. And of course, we have these pieces of track here that we've got to place, and then that will be all done. Come back over here and check these out. Yep. Oh, they haven't actually finished this one yet, so I guess we have to leave that alone. But one thing we need to start thinking about is how our... oh yeah, it's not going to let me use this as a block separator, or this. So we have our station here. Now I've got those set like this. What I probably should do is take these stations out and actually move them up one this way, so I can have a signal track behind those. Now I don't know if it will let me get away with that. Oh, it might actually. So that is what we will do. I think I can just leave this arch in place, but I do need to take these out and just move them. Now, goods station. I actually don't remember which one was where. I probably should have had that figured out long ago, but if I have, I think it was the goods station on this side. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really make a difference. So We'll put our passenger station right there. And again, what that does is that allows us to place another piece of track here and use this as the block separator. And then this one can also be a block separator coming this way, as can this one, which we need to make sure that's going correct direction, and it is. We want the green sign. That green means go, red means stop, and there you go. So that's going to allow this to be a little bit easier for everybody to navigate. And we can go ahead and place our next set of platforms here, and then our archway like so. Cover that up. And the 5x actually looks, well, 5x5 I guess, looks a little bit better than the 4x. I don't think I can place, no, I sure cannot place anything else over here, so those will just be empty for the time being. But yep, that is working quite nicely. This can be used as a divider. I can't see the flag. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Okay. Do the same thing here. Just make sure. Yep. Cool. So now the stations are completely isolated. And we have, you can see, maybe I should click another piece. Yeah, so now these are, well, with the exception of this Y track being part of the other station, they are separated. So that's fine. I don't anticipate these will ever be fully stuck anywhere. But this should be pretty doable here. I believe that'll be fine. Could I have made this one tile longer and completely isolated both the station tracks? I could have, but I didn't. So if it doesn't work, we'll fix it. We'll try something else. We always end up being able to make stuff work, though. All right, now we just have this one piece here. And that's done. And it looks like we have our dynamite in place here to put in our triple lodge. So in that goes. And then right on top, we'll put that roof piece. Now that this is done, detonate that. Place in our Lido. You know what? It's not going to let me because of how I did these lanterns. Never ye mind. We're going to have to figure out how that works. I think I probably just have to flip those around. Would be my guess. Yes. That is exactly what we had to do, but that works. That is A-okay. So now that's done. Let's put on the back side a ladder so that I can then go up and put our crowning roofing piece there. Looks pretty majestic. Not a huge crazy house, but definitely fancy to have its own island here. And we might be able to plant some other trees too. I think we're in range of a forester. No, we are not. What was I thinking of then? All right, well, maybe we'll have to figure something else out. This, however, this is ready to rumble, so let's go ahead and get that out. Explosives. Yep, and this is also cleared to explode. I think they can reach all of this. Yes. Should be good to go. And then, of course, we'll get these taken down as well. Again, the goal here is to make it so that this is the correct height to have the train running over this track and this bridge here. Kind of like a multimodal transit structure. Now, the interesting thing is going to be if we're going to be able to make this work going everywhere that I want it to go. I'm not entirely sure. This might end up being kind of a bit of trial and error, because I do have right here along this side, I've got this nice area, kind of like a cliffside. I could have something going on and then bring it over here and then bring it down to this area. I think about the same elevation for most of that if I were to bring the train all the way down here and then come through the little forest here. So why don't we unplant all of this and just plan on that train going through there? I think that would be a smart move. And that does mean, unfortunately, that our demo version torii gate here is going to have to go away. But I think it's going to end up being a cool looking thing with the train going above and the beavers walking below. There's actually a lot of bridges in different parts of the world that use that kind of a thing where the trains and other modes of transit use the same structure but on different levels. And I think if we do it right, it might actually look pretty cool. Now this works like this because it's spanning a gap. This is, I don't know the exact correct engineering term, but this is a truss bridge that has the trusses on the top, whereas these things over here, it's also technically a truss bridge, but it's just underneath. And it's in, I guess, would be compression rather than tension on these angled beams here. Again, I did not go to engineering school. I am not a real civil engineer, but I do build things from time to time, which I guess qualifies me in absolutely no way, shape, or form. But that's fine. It's a video game about post-apocalyptic beavers. I think we can live with that. Just accept it for what it is. So all this to say, as these trees are removed, this will clear our path to go this way. And then we have to get across to this. I think this should line up pretty much perfectly here. And then we could have this just go straight across and then make a turn here. It should be about the same level. And it gives us an excuse to try and, you know, make use of some of these trees here. So why don't we go ahead? This is a ladder going all the way down. Let's use our certified frog paths. Come over here with our platforms and ladders and everything. Move things around correctly while the screenshot mod attempts to take a screenshot. There we go. And let's go ahead and start deforesting this entire area, because that is what industrialized beavers do. They brutally deface the environment in the name of profit. So, well, this is the folktales, so maybe that's more of an Iron Teeth thing, but you know what they say. All right, do I have that done? That done? There's no real reason I would have to take all these cutting things away. Some people think it takes FPS away. I don't know. I truly do not know. But I do know that we need to start using some of our wood, or they're never going to actually, you know, do anything with this. So let's go ahead. The real fun part is going to be when they can't build anything because of the way that I'm placing these things down. But if I wanted to use these little truss things, I actually can't right here because they take up space in a different way. So what I have to do instead is have these set on platforms. Now I'm going to pause this just so we don't completely take up all of our resources if this is in fact not something that works. But if we were going to do our 5x1 archways to have the trains on top, that's what that would look like. I don't think that's terrible. I also don't know if that is my favorite thing ever. So I think what I might want to do instead is build these as supports for the red steel girder bridges. So if we go to our 6x1 and we place that, say, here, to have that meet up, we would have to have this be one more, or maybe it's just one more, like this. Come on. So that matches up. That works. If we take away our torii gate and put in, hold on. Oh no, that's the double-sided one, the 8x. We don't want that. We want these nice long ones here. So the 6x here would come up to here, which actually works based off of how I had this other stuff set up. So let's go ahead and add, was that platform here? I think it was. You'll be that 6 by right there. All right, so that, you know, I don't hate it. I don't completely hate it. I don't completely love it either, but I think this is fine. If you don't like this, let me know, and maybe if you're nice enough, I will, I'll change things around. But I think for our purposes, that's going to work just fine, especially once we have all of this come through here, which I think I can get away with doing, sloping. I think I'm going to have to slope it twice. Yes. No, just once. If we still want to be able to use this piece of land here, or we just detonate all of this stuff. But they can get started on that. And we can just keep on working on all of this. Again, we have plenty to be doing here. So no reason to be upset about spending time doing this, that, or the other. So we are going to need to have this go this way. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is actually not going to be a 6 by 6. If I put 5s here, is that gonna... Oh, okay. Now I know what we'll do. We'll put in the wide curve, and we'll use some 4-bys here. Let's do that. Rotate, please. Thank you. Yes, rotate there. So that'll be the 4-by, and then we'll make that wide sweeping curve here, just because that's nice and symmetrical. That's fine as the longer span there. I guess I need to prioritize these dynamites, actually. Yeah, because these guys have to come in here, plant all of that stuff, and then they can actually keep harvesting this. I just need to detonate the rest of this side down. So that is what we'll place as soon as this is done. All right, and there they go. Look at, they're raring to go. They could not wait to get back to work dismantling the ruins of old civilization. So I believe easiest thing to do is going to be to just detonate this in segments. Remember to put my fingers on the correct part of the keyboard to actually, you know, touch things. And there we go. I'll add a second ladder over here so they don't have to cross through the death area. And once this is done, then we can come through and build our train path across everything here. But that is going to take a little bit of time to do, so let's go ahead and mark that as a priority while they get to work building the rest of this nonsense. Cutting these trees down, which, you know, they probably are not going to have an easy time doing if there isn't actually a lumberjack flag. So let's remember that that's necessary. And put one of these things in here. There we go. Now, checking in with this. Looking good. I don't know that we can actually have a train running in a loop but by the end of this episode, but I think we're going to be pretty close. We've already gotten a lot of this track work complete. The hard part's going to be getting through here and then building across these islands we don't have anything in yet. But at the very latest, sometime next week, we will have trains running, and it will be glorious. And then we can finally have our stuff powered here. Again, it's going to take a long time, but it'll be worth it. And this is still empty because we have not done anything else. Let's put our water dump here and connect with our brick paths. Now we have a little bit of space right here. So what about... Might be a little bit wasteful, but what if we have the most great gear and the most treated plank? Not gonna let me build this, huh? What gives? What gives? Is it the paper lantern here taking up that whole spot? That would be a shame. Can I put a bench? I can. All right, that's fine. We'll just do that. That's okay. Alright, I don't suspect they'll have all of this finished. Well, this side doesn't seem to be having a problem with it. I don't know why I went to pathways to try and put train tracks down. Now, we're almost connected on here. They're going to take a little bit of time to get through all of this. Yeah, that's going to have to go down and then across. Not entirely sure how I want to handle that quite yet, but we'll get it figured out. They already have part of this built, looking good. Let's go ahead and detonate this. There we go. So now we just have to replace our pathway here. Reconnect all of that. They can't reach this, so let's give them a little bit of a help here. So now this is going to be the same height as down here for crossing. The train is currently higher up over here. If we have the crossing on the same plane here, then that's going to meet here at this corner. So what we'll need to do is build a bridge off of that point. Right there. And there's our 6x right there. Can I get 2 of these across? I think depending on how I wanted to count this, it might actually work that way. But let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this one tree. I don't really feel like worrying about it. But this is going to require a triple platform, I think. Yes. So we need a 6x space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that can go right there and right there. Then the steel bridge 6x goes there. And then if we have this come across, that will actually meet right here on level, perfectly halfway. Perfectly halfway. So, what does that tell us? It tells us they're already almost halfway done with this 6x1, which is not ideal. But if we want to mess with the way all this is set up, we can go ahead and just put a 2x bridge here. And that will still... okay, maybe not quite. You know what? Nope. Nope. Nope, can't do it. I tried. I tried, but I cannot abide the weirdness here. We'll do 2 4x's. Oh man, 2 4x's, and then I'm gonna have to have this thing figured out in a different way. But now the distance here, if I put a 4x on the, come on, come on. Jeez, depth perception, what are you? If I put a 4x on this side, it doesn't quite reach. To go all the way up, it would actually have to be a 6x, which means this should be a 5x, or alternatively, the interior spans of this should be 5x's, and then the exterior spans should be 4x's, just to make a match. Do they need to match? No, they really don't. But if I don't have them match perfectly, then I'm going to remember it in 30 years in my sleep, and I'll be extremely mad with myself, so we're just going to do it. we'll just do it. And that will be just fine, just like that. And of course they are going to have the ability to get in here, so I will put in temporary, that's why it's not the frog path, but we'll put in a temporary path over here for the builders so they can build those little pylons. And then we should be in a pretty good position here. So where's my 4x? There we go. All right, so now I can hear you say, wait, this is the same height. I thought you were talking about height difference. I was. But then I realized I really don't need to worry about it because all of this can and should be moved literally anywhere else because of how this is set up. So that is what we will do, and we'll just you know, blast our way out of here. This most of this can't even reach any of this area anyway. So we can either blast this down and have it continue on bridges, or have this just be level track and then create some sort of other excuse for a bridge elsewhere. What did I make these out of? Are these 4x? They are 4x. So I have this be a 4x. I could have that come in the other way. These are, empty, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. And we'll just move, for right now, all of this stuff over here, scrap metal wise and everything. That can go away. Just for the time being. I know this is not going to last forever. That should not have been there. This needs to go here. Come on, let me click. Jeez. Alright, so that's looking good. That's looking good. We'll go ahead and stick these guys. I guess we could put one somewhere. Okay, that guy can reach if I put him there. That's fine. I actually think all of this would be okay just by itself. Alright, so we get rid of that. I think they can still reach. If I have a 4x here, then this isn't built yet. Prioritize the ladder. There we go. Looking good. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. That is looking pretty snazzy already. So come back to our steel bridges. 4x1 is going to end up landing here, which is fine. The other one will end up landing somewhere else over there. Also fine. We can continue to blast this whole area out and plant some additional trees, which will be a very welcome addition to this area, I'm sure. So that means this needs to be platformed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be where the bridge starts. So this will all need to be detonated here. Yes, so that's what we'll do. Alright, is there a path under here? There sure is. Alright, so that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. That'll all get blasted away. We'll do a couple more pieces of this for good measure. I realize now that I've cut the explosives off. Maybe not my finest moment here. So we'll reconnect that path so they can get to it. Connect this as well. Didn't want that. Go away. That will be just fine. All right. So that actually makes it a little bit easier for us to do what we were originally going to do here. So that's good to see. Blow that up. Start to ease in over here. And then the main missing link is going to be getting the train from here to here. And I do think that's going to have to wait until we have this area reconfigured just a little bit. So that could be a task for a future episode. We'll see. But we are already making some great progress over here. Let's just make sure this is continuing to be connected. They still haven't gotten to this, which I guess is because they're trying to build all this stuff over here. Let's actually speed that up so we can start getting these trees out of here, because we're going to need that space. Should not be a very big deal to do that. These trees still have not been cut because we are not using enough wood. So I figured that wouldn't be as big of a problem as we have this actually get done. Oh, they have to use planks. They need to use planks. We don't have any wood treatment going on in this this district. That's all in the main district. And we don't really have any of the things going. Well, we have a couple. But I think the planks are all being imported, exported now. So that's an interesting problem. So now we have all of these guys who don't have anywhere to put their logs because they're all full. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a problem. So I don't know, maybe we do need more wood storage. Oh, I love these trees growing through the side of the bridge here. That's funny. That's actually funny. So one thing that we can do that I'd forgotten about until now is we can actually just go ahead and, you know, lay track all the way across this. Because they can just build from underneath. And that uses planks and scrap metal. So that's going to increase the demand for the planks and the wood. Love to see that. I think for our own personal benefit, we might maybe want to put in a lumber mill. I don't know. You tell me. Put in a couple of these things. So I will just have this become a ladder. And make that a priority, make that a priority, make that a priority. Don't forget to select the recipe for planks because we have that dirt mod currently installed. So there we go. That should help in our quest to use some of our wood. And that will also make the railroad construction a little bit speedier since they can just work from underneath. That is another fun benefit that I had kind of forgotten about a little bit. So that cannot be reached. Can't have this. Cannot have these little baby pine trees interfering here. So let's do this. Yeah, let's get that removed. The really fun part is going to be going across this bridge when absolutely nobody can reach either side of any of this. So I guess we need to have our path come over this way. Yep, now they can reach that side. And then they'll be able to walk across to start building this. Or once this is done, they could do the same there. We just have to have something built here, or else that's not going to be a good time. So I wonder why they're waiting here. Metal blocks. They should have tons of metal blocks. I don't know what the holdup is with this. Maybe it's because we have all this other stuff going on. I don't know. But I need these trees to be removed, and I don't want to just waste them. He says with 15,000 logs in the bank. So maybe we can. Maybe we can just, you know, get over ourselves and do that. It just seems like a shame to waste wood. Even though we have tons and we have more than we know what to do with. So we'll just, you know, we'll just do that. It's fine. Now let's talk about distance here. This looks like, let me click this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually the perfect distance. Cool. Assuming my math is not completely stupid and broken, which it very well could be. No, that's actually perfect. All right. Cool. I will take that. I do think, though, for the sake of our personal sanity, we're going to need to blast this out. Unless we just want to have the train go zoop, zoop, which, you know, I guess it could. Not really any harm in doing that, is there? They still can't get rid of this. They have all these other things to do. Bam, 905 here. Supposed to be filling up our area. So what's up? What's up, dude? Are you going to bed? All right, that was allowed. There you go. Get some rest, and then you can go back to work the next day and fill up that pool for the rich guy. Or just those 9 beavers that end up living there. That's also fine. And here's that drought warning. Convenient. I wonder why they... Okay, we have to fix something with that. All right, take your water, pump it out. There you go. Good job. Fill that pool up. All right, we have any track here? We have a little bit. Just a little bit. I love that you can still see through the bottom of the bottom of the thing there. That's good fun. Now, my 2x2. Yeah, it's not going to play nice with the tooth grindstone, so that gets to go away. But yeah, we're going to have the platform here. You know, I should have checked. Can you place tooth grindstone underneath? All right, let me... doesn't look like you can. But you can't put a medical bed there. Can you put a shrine? No, you cannot. Well, in that case, he has to be a medical bed underneath the train track. So you're not going to get a lot of rest, but you will get medicated. Oh, man. I need to get out more. So let's talk distances here. You know what? You know what? We're going to have a slope come down this way before this gets to this bridge. So this will need to be probably a shorter bridge. These are 4x's. What if I did a 4x here? Yeah, that's enough space. That'll be fine. Can I can't even see. I guess it's one more this way, so this will be the endpoint, which means it could then descend there. Yeah, that's fine. We will roll with that. Just have that go like so. Yeah, we're definitely not having trains running today. Sorry to disappoint you. If you looked at the video runtime, you probably could have already figured that out at this point. But this is going to be cool when it's done. Just like most good things in life, requires a little bit of patience. So that piece is in. This piece is in. And we'll continue going along this way. There's no way we're going to have this built today either, but we'll do our best. We will certainly do our best. Now, what is the holdup on all this construction? Because now I'm curious. Can I get those middle things? They can reach those? Looks like, I guess, yeah, we'll have to just do all that at once. Yep. So what are these guys actually up to? What are they building? Okay, they're doing these. Good. Scavenger flag needed to get done. Now they can come over and start building the rest of this. Very good, very good. We're making progress here. One piece at a time. And then I think over here we can have our fun train curves. Have this come right up against the cliff. Is this actually perfectly in line with this? No, it needs to go further. Needs to go further this way. So I think I was originally planning on having part of this cliff cut out. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a next time thing for sure. Because I need this to be seamlessly integratable with this curve right here. So that means it's going to have to go up. Either go up right here, we blast in, and then this is going to be where it comes out to. So I think we're just going to be doing a whole lot of this, honestly. Is that the same? Oh no, that doesn't even match here. All right. Well, that's going to have to get got. So that's fine. I guess we'll have this nested in that way. We'll get to it eventually. A lot of terraforming and a lot of building has got to get done here first before we can really accomplish everything we want to get done. All right, so that is good progress as well. Let's do right here. I didn't need to put that train track there. I needed to put this here. Very good. That will go here. Yeah, all right. We're getting somewhere. Hey, look, we got 2 6x's, and then on the outside we got 4x's. That is symmetry. I like that. Very cool. Now, these explosives, the area that they're sitting on currently needs to be exploded, so, yes. Let's get rid of that. Give me my path under there. Then we'll have this come out like that. I think I can just get away with having this detonated like that. Should be okay. Good progress being made there. All right. One piece at a time. It's our eternal motto. Let's get these connected here. All right. Yeah, this is exciting. It's really starting to come together. Even though there's still plenty left to be done, we could be very happy with a lot of this progress that we've made here today. Now, let's do a little bit more in the way of decorating here. It's got some shrubs, or maybe we want to do some hedges. Maybe we'll do hedges around the back side of the house. Yeah, we can get rid of this ladder now. Do some hedges around the back and the side. And then in the corner, how about a nice shrubbery? Which they can just walk around the outside. That's fine, nice and fancy here. And then I guess we need to have the path go this way as well for the sake of symmetry. But I'm not entirely sure what to put over here. Maybe that's something we could figure out at a later point. Now, look at this. Look how this thing glows. That's fancy. Wow. Very cool. And the little lanterns are nice too. So that's a nice improvement. Not fully satisfied with this. I think we could do a couple more interesting things. So if you have any ideas, please do let me know. Because we are running out of time here. Got a couple more minutes. But the drought did just start, so that actually is a really convenient place to end. Kind of tempted to do that, but I do want to try and get a little bit more done here. They still have not gotten rid of these trees. Oh, there's so much other stuff that needs to get built. Come on. Just get the rest of this done here. I guess I could just keep placing these straight train tracks until we're sick and tired of this. But yeah, this can be attached here. That can be attached there. Just making some decent progress. That's all connected. That's all connected. This is all connected. So, oh, we don't have our path going into the station here, do we? We sure don't. All right, let's do that. What can I put here? Can I put shrubs? I can. Could do a little bit of train station decoration. Except this piece doesn't want to let me do that because it's that Y. The clearance on the curve seems to think that's okay. Is it going to let me do a corner piece? It might not. All right, come on, give me my mouse back. All right. No, it's not going to let me do that. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But, I mean, this is probably okay like this. We did put the crossing piece in, so that's good. We put this crossing piece in so they can still get to there. That's fine. I really like these, the arch pieces. I think that looks pretty slick. All right, what other kind of progress here? They built this piece on the end. I think they have. Yeah, these builders over here in Cascadia are doing a good job. They're making it happen. Got a lot of explosives. We don't need that many explosives. Why? Why do we have so many explosives? Well, you have that many explosives because you told them to throw them. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Just move on. The next thing we need to do, probably, and this is the next time thing, is continue building up this direction. Remember, this is going to be bot production and other production as well. We have this all researched, so there's actually no reason why I couldn't build this. We just don't have any power for it yet. So I'm not really tempted to just build this if we have nothing to, you know, get it going. So I do think the power is going to have to come first, and that's going to be a fun construction thing we'll do next week. But this is all looking good. I wish it was going just a little bit faster, but look, got all of this in place here. Why is... Okay, that was just red, yellow, whatever color it was for some reason. Yeah, they're going to take their sweet time on this. We definitely can't wait for this today. But, yeah, again, it will go this direction, kind of... I guess I could just do a little S-curve around here. Just zoop, zoop around to here, around to this way, and then have a big station complex here. Have that connected to the housing area, and then also here. And then this just goes zoop, like so. And then that will be a pretty nice big loop connecting these three districts. I think that'll be quite good. And then, of course, Beverly Hills has not really gotten a whole lot of love, but we have plenty of other things to do here as well. And I think we can have a good time with that. Just need to do a little bit more blasting into this hillside and put in some some additional lodges up here. A little bit of decoration, maybe up at the very top. Put in one of our observatories at the very top of this hill, like, you know, in Los Angeles. They have the, well, I don't think they use it anymore. We probably can't because of all the light pollution. But there's a, I think it's Griffith Park Observatory up on the hill overlooking downtown, which I guess Beverly Hills isn't technically right there, but it's close enough for horseshoes, hand grenades, government work, whatever you call it. But yeah, that could be a fun little thing to kind of try and emulate. Maybe some nice hiking paths around here. Landscape it with some trees. Maybe put in some water up at the top. Maybe. I don't know. If you have any ideas, please let me know. I think we can have a good time with that and make something that looks pretty interesting. But yeah, it is time for us to go ahead and say goodbye today. Unfortunately, did not get quite as much done with this as I wanted to. But good progress nonetheless. Lots of stuff to be happy with. Lots of stuff to look forward to. So as always, I appreciate you being here. Very, very thankful you chose to spend a little bit of your Thursday with me, or whatever day it is when you're watching this. Also, big thanks to the Beard Boosters making it possible for me to do these each and every day. I guess I'm technically full-timing YouTube now. Not entirely sure what that means, but I do know that it's being a whole lot of fun to start and do a little bit more content here, trying to do a midweek live stream as well, and then maybe also on Twitch at some point soon, hint hint. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I'm just grateful for you, grateful that you're here to share this time with us and enjoy each other's company. So whether you're a beard booster, whether you're not a beard booster, whether it's your first time watching, thank you. I really do mean it. And I hope to see you in another video very, very soon. We've got Ostriv tomorrow, live streams this weekend, and then back to the regular cycle on Monday. But yep, that's all the time we have for today. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.